Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students of Honors Part 3, how are you doing? Today I will discuss a very important thing of linguistics, and that is syntax. And in today's lecture I will first define syntax, and later I will discuss IC analysis. First, I will say the definition of syntax. Syntax is the study of how words combine to form sentences and the rules that govern the formation of sentences. Otherwise saying, syntax is the study of relationship between the parts of sentence structure and the study of rules which rule the sentence arrangement in words. Thus, syntax is defined as a fundamental level of linguistics that studies sentence construction and helps us to understand and apply the rules for framing correct sentences in particular languages. Now, my dear student, I will discuss IC analysis. IC is the abbreviation of the immediate constituent. I means immediate, and C means constituent. So IC means immediate constituent. IC analysis is a structuralist tool for the analysis of the syntax of sentences. The term IC analysis was introduced by Bloomfield in 1939. Now let me define IC analysis. IC broadly. IC is a technique in analyzing units or constituents which form a language unit, that is, word cluster, phrase unit, clause unit, or sentence unit. Narrowly speaking, IC analysis is exploited to indicate the analysis of a sentence into its immediate constituents. Alternatively, in IC analysis, a sentence is broken into its immediate constituents or morphemes. You know that morpheme is a minimal unit of meaning or grammatical function. Now we will know the principle of IC analysis. The principle of IC analysis is to cut a sentence into two and to cut each of those parts into two and to continue with the segmentation until the smallest indivisible, meaningful and syntactic units, that is known as morphemes, are reached. And now we will know the task of IC analysis. IC analysis tries to describe what the constituents in a sentence are. If, my dear students, we want to analyze the sentence, the monkey ate a banana, we will first divide the sentence, the monkey ate a banana, into two pairs. The monkey and ate a banana, and afterward we will divide each of these pairs into two again, that is the and monkey, and the remaining portion ate and a banana. And later we will again segment the portion a banana into a and banana. And my dear students, you will now see the IC analysis of the sentence, the monkey ate a banana. Now, my dear students, you will see IC analysis through a tree diagram example, and the example is labeled tree diagram example, and the example is they killed the man with a knife. You know, my dear students, that in a sentence we see the noun phrase and the verb phrase. A sentence is usually constituted by a noun phrase and a verb phrase, and in the example, in the labeled tree diagram example, you have seen the IC analysis in a tree diagram example, and through IC analysis we can relate, we can realize, through IC analysis we can realize a sentence not as a sequence of elements but as a layer of constituents. And IC analysis has some limitations, and the first limitation is problem of ambiguity. And here again we see the lexical ambiguity, the constructional ambiguity, and the derivational ambiguity. And number 2 limitation is the problem of discontinuity, and number 3 limitation is the problem of embedding, and number 4 limitation is the problem of conjoining, and number 5 limitation is the problem of structural similarity, and number 6 limitation is the problem of intersentence relationships, and number 7 limitation is the problem in group genitive. And you know, genitive is possessive by adding apostrophe s with noun. And the number 8 limitation is the problem of overlapping ICs, and number 9th limitation is the problem of multiple ICs, and the last limitation is the problem of understood elements. And dear students, IC analysis is not a difficult thing. If you read the textbook after watching my lecture, I hope that you will understand IC analysis thoroughly. And with this few words, I would like to conclude my lecture on IC analysis. Thank you very much, my dear students.